So at its core, OrderBlox is looking for a specific source candle. And for a bullish order block, the source is typically the last down candle, which would be the bearish candle, before a strong upward price movement. And this zone represents an area where selling was absorbed and buyers took over, they took control of the price action. So OrderBlox tries to firstly identify these source candles. Now looking at the OrderBlox Creation field here, the first option we have is previous bars in the same direction before reversal. So how many bars do we want to be consecutive in direction before that reversal happens? So let's say it's a bearish price action that's happening. Price is going down, the bars are consecutively red, and then we get a green bar. Well, are we looking for an OrderBlox there? Maybe we are. So what we're doing is we're thinking, okay, how many bars in the same direction do I want before I consider it a OrderBlox reversal? So what that means is, if for instance we only have it set to 1, then we only need 1 down candle before an up candle to then consider it an order block. If we had it set to 2, then we'll be looking for 2 consecutive red candles, then a green candle for it to be an order block. So this can be useful. Obviously, the more you put in here as previous bars, the less order blocks you will see, but the potential may be stronger for that order block to hold. Also, we have max bars after swing to validate the order block. So if we think there is an order block due to occur because price is reversed, it's going to first of all look at the percentage move away, or the standard deviation away, or the ATR away from where the source candle was. And it's going to look at how many candles it needs to be able to then validate that particular swing as a validated swing. So here, for instance, if we have it set to 10, it's only going to look at a maximum of 10 bars to then consider that as a swing. Let's have a look at the filters section now. We have various filters that are incorporated into OrderBlox. So when you put a tick in requiring engulfing bar and reversal, it will only filter order blocks that have an engulfing bar leaving the order block. We also have a show BOS OBs only setting. Many of us that trade price action style trading know what BOS stands for, break of structure. So what this is going to do is it's going to check to see if structure has been broken either to the high side or the low side. And if it has done so within the past X amount of bars in the BOS look back bars, then it will decide, okay, if it's gone long and it's broken the high, then it will only show long order blocks because we know then that the trend is up. And then we have the use body range, not wicks, for the order block source. And that's a little checkbox we've got there. So it is what it says on the tin. Basically, it's going to use the body range of the source order block for the order block limits itself, instead of using the wicks or the highs and the lows of that candle. Now we've also got a setting called delay OB display, in brackets candles. And what does that mean? Well, basically, you may notice if this is set to a higher number, the order blocks do not display straight away. Why could this be useful for us? Well, we're looking for a prominent swing when we're trading, aren't we? So if the order blocks start to show straight away, maybe after the first, second candle of an order block, doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be a strong order block, because we haven't seen any momentum follow through, maybe to break the next high or the next low. So what we're looking for here is, on the delay order block display, is a set amount of candles, and that's the number represented in the input box we can put there. So for instance, if I was to put, let's say 7 candles, which I think is a good number, 7 candles after the source candle, then we're looking for the momentum of the following candles, the 7th candle, to then confirm, yes, that was a pretty decent order block. Price has moved fairly well after that. Therefore, it's hit our standard deviation or our ATR, and we're now content that that is actually going to serve as a good order block. Maybe we've looked at the delta as well. So now we can then confirm that that is an order block and it should be drawn on the chart, and then that setting will allow it to be drawn onto the chart for you.